Hi, I'm Martin Ransom, and today I'm looking at an absolutely fabulous little kit. Yes, I'm completely biased, I have to admit, because I love it so much. But I don't care, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. It is the Sakai, or is that Sakai? They'll have to tell me about that. Pack D kit. Now this is a portable drum kit, folks, so let's not get carried away here. We're not talking about double 24-inch bass drums, rock, monster kit. This is a portable kit. And at the moment they're becoming really popular. I noticed many manufacturers are bringing them out in different ways. Most of them have 18 or 16-inch bass drums. This is a 16 by 16. But the magic here is something that no other manufacturer does, at least not as far as I can tell. And it really is the bit that makes everything worthwhile, for me anyway. So I'm going to talk about that little bit in a moment on a separate little section. But it's to do with the bass drum. Now hopefully from the playing point of view you could hear, bear in mind this is microphones to camera microphones I should say, no special microphones on the kit, so literally the camera microphone. So hopefully it'll do it justice, but the bass drum, for what the size it is incredible. But let's not just talk about the bass drum, the rest of the kit is great. It's a 10 by 7 tom, 13 by 10 floor tom. Yeah, it's small folks, but certainly if you're going to do pop gigs, hip hop gigs, that kind of thing, even just small rock gigs. I actually used this a couple of weeks ago in a small but heavy rock, almost punk type rock band, and I have to admit I was a bit concerned about the drums cutting through, no microphones, but the comments I got from the bass player at the end of the gig made up for everything else. It certainly worked, and I was certainly loud enough. I'm not a light player, as you can probably tell from the video, but I'm not super heavy either. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now a couple of the things about this kit that I really like, which are kind of boring, geeky things, but it makes all the difference. When I got it out of the boxes, a couple of little tiny things that you just think, these people are thinking. The first thing is how it's packaged, the quality and care that had gone into the packaging. And another little thing, which is just so cool, especially for someone like me who's interested in all this stuff and tuning drums and quality of drums and how shells are made and playing and everything about drumming. Little tiny thing, but you just think, oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that necessarily. But any of you who have built, if you like, more budget end kits, which let's face it, this is, you'll notice that they come half packed usually, and you have to assemble parts of it. And one of the things I've always hated is that they put these great big globules of grease in the nut boxes, or the lugs if you like, for every tension rod. It's way too much. So when I'm using my own drums if you like, and doing it myself without all that stuff, I use the tiniest amount of grease. Guess what? These guys have even thought of that. You don't get it put in by machine or by hand when it leaves the factory. They send you a little tub with a tiny bit in, and then you can just use all you need. Some of you guys out there use oil. Silly idea. Use way too much grease. You only need the slightest amount, guys. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about that. This is a great little kit. This is Sonic Blue, by the way. Loving that colour. They do a bright orange, there's a black, and there's also a tobacco fade if you want a slightly more sedate looking kind of, perhaps more of a jazzy type thing. But absolutely fantastic kit. I love playing this so much. I haven't loved playing a kit so much in years, and that is absolutely the truth. As soon as I started playing it, I don't know why, it's just the whole combination of the sounds. I've kept the factory fit heads on the bass drum, by the way, and I have to say, some pro heads on the toms, but otherwise, absolutely loving it. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the bit that is the magic, if you like, for the bass drum. Okay, I promised you that special part about the bass drum. I've kept it till last because it's the best bit. Whilst the whole kit is really cool, this is the ingenious part. If you've ever played small bass drums, i.e. 18 or 16, perhaps more commonly 18, you'll know there's a couple of problems that are always there. First of all, if you don't use a riser of any kind, the beater is going to be touching virtually towards the outside edge of the bass drum. That's the first thing. So what you normally do is you put a riser on it. And most of the previous devices that I've used, and I've used most that I can think of, they're static devices that will attach to the hoop, or perhaps sort of board it under the hoop there slightly. And then comes the problem that is really annoying, but we've all had to deal with it for years. And actually I solved this problem for myself a long time ago, and it's so wonderful to see someone doing it commercially at last. Hurrah! I can't claim I gave them the idea, I'm afraid, but it's something I did a long time ago, and perhaps some of you have already done it. But the point is, they've cut a notch in the batter hoop. I can't show you from here, unfortunately, which enables you to get the beater of the pedal in at the right angle, because you don't have to clear the hoop anymore. You can bring the pedal into a normal position, and you can get the beater hitting slightly back of vertical if that's what you want. And of course you can do that by the genius design of this riser, because you can adjust its height and angle. So I've got the front of my bass drum slightly higher than the batter side, which is normal, okay, for most people, and therefore I can play it just like a normal bass drum. So I've got my beater hitting just above centre, because I don't like my beats to be dead centre. That's a personal thing. Some people do, some people don't. I always think it's kind of better from a sound point of view to be slightly off centre. But I can do that, and I can adjust it because of the height, and I can have it exactly. So I'm playing it like it's a 20 or a 22, and that's absolutely brilliant, you know. So you're not going to get the bottom end, of course, of a 24 by 16 bass drum or something. You know, you just can't. But I know it cuts through. And it's all because of the lightness. Oh, by the way, I should mention now, of course, the other thing that helps this drum immensely is the fact that there's no legs. No tom mounts up here. This is really super light, this shell. It's unbelievably light. It's fantastic. And being a portable kit, of course, not only do you want things to be small, you want them to be light. And this really is super light. It's unbelievable. So because of all that, though, it really gives it a chance to resonate. So good choices of wood. No legs, no hardware on it apart from the absolute necessary, with the riser, with the beater hitting in the centre. Absolute brilliant. And that's what makes this kit come alive for me. Yes, the toms are great, the quality is great, but it's the bass drum that just, compared to other portable kits that I've used, and I think I've tried most, although there are more coming on the market all the time, I see, but yeah, absolutely. I can't say enough about it. If you're in the market for a compact kit, really, you've got to look at this kit first. If you don't like it at the end of the day, fair enough, but don't ignore it from your list of possibles, because you're going to get blown away by this bass drum, I tell you, okay? I'll see you very soon, and have fun.